Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I did a show with author today, and I'm so sorry. I noticed on the show I was looking down, and I had sent money to my daughter, and I was in the middle of that. I should have just told him, put me on pause till I get this done, because I was looking down all the time. I also have to look down at my cards. So, and look at me, I'm still looking down. Um, this will be a very short video. But I wanted to tell you about the weird dream I had. I told my buddy this morning, and he even thought it was cray cray. That's weird. Okay, here's the deal. I'm always in the same house that I was working with and met Gavin Newsom. This looks like a three-story house, not fancy. Uh, that's the same house that there was someone else somebody was trying, Robert F. Kennedy was trying to get to talk to me. I was like, whatever. But last night I had a dream that I was working on Kamala's uh, bid for president. And I knew in the dream it was the second time. So I was working hard and she was there. And then the votes came in. So this would have been the November 5th or whatever. And she got terrible numbers. But the one who won, and I know that's not how it runs. I know that you get your pick for vice president, but that person can't win. But the one that won was Waltz. It's like he is now the next president of the United States. And I'm like, whoa, okay. But it was surprising in the dream. And I was like, he wasn't even on my list. Not that he wouldn't make a good president. But I was like, whoa, so what the heck did that dream mean? Waltz won. And he was like surprised too, but he was ready to hit the dirt, to do business. So I think it definitely means a male will win. I don't know if Kamala will try to do it again. She might be burnt out. But yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys that. And I'm nowhere near where the earthquake was. That's in Berkeley, and I'm across a bridge and way north of Berkeley. But my cousin in San Leandro, she got woke up. So I just thought, since I have you just for a few minutes here, um, first of all, did you see Jimmy Kimmel is back? He's back. Jimmy Kimmel is back. So let's see how it works out for him. I want to do two things. I want to see how it works out for him, and I want to see exactly what Trump is feeling. And when I first read on Jimmy Kimmel, I thought he was coming back. But I do feel that him and other comedians are thinking about doing some sort of Netflix thing. Okay, so yeah. Now, I did pick him up apologizing or definitely not paying any money, but I do see him talking around it. So I don't know what that means. But he's got zingers coming in. You know what I'm saying? He's got zingers coming in. Yeah, this kicked him pretty good. He's very, very touched by the fact that so many people, canceled. Disney lost billions. And by the way, they got, I think, 400 signatures of current celebrities that said they would no longer work for Disney if they keep this up. I know some big director said he's not going to be with Disney, and Marvel Studios has just announced they're moving from Georgia, like Georgia needs more, moving from Georgia to um, Germany. Look at, he's got the sun. The truth will be there. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's holding his own, and he's a good communicator. And mostly, can I tell you, he was so sick of this bull, he almost thought, I don't need this. But he's got all these people whose family depends on this. That's one of the main reasons, because As far as money's concerned, he's okay. And last year he got his apparently he's Italian or has family that's Italian, so he can go to Italy anytime he wants. But he decided to stay. That good for him. But what I want to know is what is Trump feeling? What exactly is Trump feeling? He's not talking about, as far as I know, he's not talking about it. I know everybody's getting ready for the big thing that's happening on Tuesday. So let me take a look of where Trump is going. Where's Trump at? I'm trying to look for him. Hold on. He's talking to people. He's fuming. He doesn't see, he doesn't, I mean, the Jimmy Kimmel thing is bad, and he's thinking about doing sanctions or charging them money. They are willing to take this to the Supreme Court and he'll lose. Um, he really thinks the Supreme Court's in his pocket, which it is kind of, but he won't win on this one. He's covered under the First Amendment. But the thing that's bothering him the most is that they aren't getting rid of Letitia James and stuff. He was very upset that that AG couldn't come up with anything criminal on her. Can you believe that? And I want Pam Bondi to do this. She's not working for you. She's working for the American people. My God. So how does Trump feel? Let's just take a look, see. How does Trump feel? He's behind closed doors. He's trying to think of some other things. He's doing some cuts. I don't know if it's cuts with the people around him, but he's a little upset and he might do more cuts. Today, Arthur and I did a reading, and I strongly feel like we're like this at the border for not having a budget. So stuff is coming up. He gets caught off base. Like I see him angry and talking, and then I see people with money saying, "Hey, I got all this money for you. How about this?" Or how about, oh, he's really upset that his czar of the border, who leaked that? That's what I hear him saying. That he took $50,000 from an undercover FBI. The FBI leaked it. $50,000 from an undercover FBI person. And then when Trump got in office, they had it go away. They had the DOJ not pursue it. It's trouble. Let me tell you, I see Pam Bondi before a court. Like she's in some trouble. Even her license will get removed. She's doing totally illegal things. So, are y'all ready for the rapture that's supposed to happen tomorrow? People are selling their homes. People are selling TikTok. I guess somebody was saying people are talking about getting rid of things, but why would you get rid of it? You can't use that money anyway. So I don't know what to wear. I went down and got me an extra pair of JC Penney extra wides, but I don't know if I should go glam or I should go casual. How do you go with a rapture? I've never been in a rapture before. So anyway, the rapture's coming tomorrow. God bless these people. It reminds me of that guy that with Haley's Comet, remember? And all those people committed suicide. It was terrible. And then there's news that Erica Kurt is taking over Turning Point. Let me tell you something. There's trouble with her. Let me look at her real quick. I feel terrible about what happened. And Kurt really was in love with those babies and her. It feels like that he wasn't seeing her like he can see her now from the other side because it worries him a little bit. She's very orientated to power or whatever she can get. Somebody just said to me she wants to be in the Trump administration, and Trump would consider it. I saw a little bit of what was under. I didn't watch his event, but they were selling they were selling merch. We send money, any amount of money will do. It's like, oh my God. And then she was doing this sobbing, but you didn't see a tear. And let me tell you, if she was sobbing, I need the name of her mascara because it did not drip at all. Not at all. But she would take the thing like that. You remember like Tammy Faye Baker? Okay, so tell me about Erica Kirk. You know, when I really looked at her, she doesn't feel like she's with it. And I'm beyond the shock of losing her husband. There's a lot of anger behind her, and I don't know what she's planning on doing. But those of you wondered when she was in the pageant, the same time Trump was in there, apparently they're thinking perhaps she worked for Epstein. So let's see, because if that kind of ugliness is on her, it'll show in the cards. But there's this thing in her eyes. I don't know if y'all seen it, but this evil almost. But I know she thinks she can go up against these white males, and she's not going to be able to because the men are going to say, go back in your place. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. No, she's not going to make it. She'll try. Her wishes are upside down. She's going to pick up the pieces. She'll have some good battles, but mostly she's not going to do very well. And don't you think that's weird? That as soon as he was thrown in the car to be taken to the hospital, those guys went right back under that tent and took down the cameras, stepped on the chair that his blood was still on. They stripped that thing of anything they could get. Any evidence was taken out. I just think, well, we don't have to guess it. We know it. Something's wrong with this picture. So, and then Arthur and I were looking at the budget, and I truly felt like they were going to say no, but let me double check. That was a weird dream last night. They're stuck, not being able to move forward. Not good news. Oh, the other thing is if they don't get a budget, then the military doesn't get paid. And he kind of needs the military right now. Reversed, rejected. Um, I got the justice reversed, so that means, yeah, not coming to a decision. They may do something a little after, but we're going to be hit. All of America is going to be hit. And did you see Brian Kemp flew out to Korea? Mind you, while all those people were being taken in custody. And by the way, I think it was Arthur was saying Korean TV is covering it night and day. And he didn't say nothing. He didn't come forward. He didn't help them at all. It wasn't until the top-notch people within the government of South Korea said, we ain't never doing business with you again. And Marvel Studios packed up. They're going to Germany. Yeah, keep begging. They're not going to, even though he's going out there, they're not going to come to any agreement. I'm telling you right now, they're not. If that guy, even if let's say Kemp, little money under the table, the people of Korea, South Korea would be furious. They're like, don't you dare. Don't even go there. They may start working with the US again in good faith when we have a new president, but not now. Not now. So I wanted to, when we were just talking about something, I said, let's look at The Republicans. Tell me about the Republicans. And before we start really going down, like with prices and stuff, not going down, but prices are going up and and stock market is going down. I feel like it's small increments initially and then boom. So right now we're not down, we're up, but small increments. Okay, so hold on to your strength. Know this too shall pass. Making a budget, keeping it going forward. There's a lot of evil around the Republicans. A lot of evil. Oh, I don't know if this is true. This could be hearsay. But at the Kirk thing that they had, they said Grinder went down twice. But, you know, it could be any Joe Blow said that, just trying to make fun of stuff. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys. I know this isn't very long. I wanted to talk to you about, I guess now they say that Tylenol is the reason that pregnant women who take Tylenol is causing autism. Well, I looked it up, and autism. Somebody said it was 1911. It wasn't. That was schizophrenia. Autism was actually started where they diagnosed it, I think, anywhere from 1945 on, and Tylenol wasn't developed until 1950. So I wish that had been the reason, but it's not. But tell me about wacko job. I'm gonna go tomorrow and get my inoculation. Tell me about Robert Kennedy Jr. What can the American people expect? There's people that are gonna get real sick and die, and they're gonna blame him. Florida is just underwater. Florida's going down. And we were talking about, I kept seeing hurricanes, but I kept seeing water. Water and flooding, which a lot of that has happened, terrible flooding in the Carolinas. But there's more coming. Don't get October. We've still got October. There's some coming, but I see sporadic here and there. And you know, those prayers help you guys. Tell me about, let's see what it says. News, information going quickly. Um, he's back and forth. He's trying to make sense of stuff. He's not doing well either. And he doesn't work with the righteousness. He works with the evil side. I mean, this guy did a diary with horrible details of all his affairs, and his wife wouldn't commit suicide. You know, Harry Carey. It was very sad. Okay, so hold on. Well, Robert F. Kennedy. Yes, Robert F. Kennedy's getting ready to go. Will it happen in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months? But after 3 months, how about Pam Bondi? Is she getting ready to go? Saying no. Is he going to keep her in there? Right now, she's in there. Will they find someone that comes up with some fraud thing for Letitia James? Saying no. Let's just take one more look. Letitia James. Letitia James. Letitia, will you have to step down? She's already got her ducks in a row. I see her like those old cowboy movies. I see the holster in place. She knows the ugliness they're up to. The angel of light and mercy is protecting her. The women will prevail. Yeah, they'll come back and forth with some ideas, but the karmic star's there, so they're not going to be able to complete this. trying to look in her past and come up with nothing. It's not going to happen. You know, they even were going to pay some people to talk trash about that guy they tried to ship to Peru. And they brought him back and had somebody saying that he was doing this illegal. And of course, these guys were paid under the table. They'll do anything. That's how ugly they are. Oh, I just heard a click. Um, it's very taxing on her, but I see her hanging in there. I don't see any kind of charges coming up. So prayers cross, prayers. But the Democrats are really coming at them like a bunch of Rottweilers. I talked to a client the other day, and I've talked to a lot of people who have somewhat of the gift. And she told me, and this isn't the first person that said this, she sees the exit stage left of what's his face in December of this year. So we'll see. Other people are saying October, but he's not well. He's cyanotic. He's not well. His makeup is so bad. And he was over there hugging and kissing on uh, Erica. She's there's some trouble with her. Something's going to happen, and she really wants power. She even wants to be in the administration, and she'll talk to people. She'll try to go on things, but I see the male men like she's too strong. They don't want her. Because Charlie, when he was in his spiritual form, really loved those babies. But he also was saying he really loved her too, but he didn't know everything. And he feels bad for her because she's going up the wrong road. That's what I got. So, she's something off. I can feel it. I can smell it. I can taste it. Okay, you guys. So I'll let you go again. I told you this will be short and sweet. I'll be back, I think tomorrow. Okay, love you all. And this Sunday is Sterling, so we got some good things. And Briscoe got a hold of me. That guy that did numbers, he has some things he'd like to share with us, so we'll set him up too. Okay, you guys, bye.